Tap in, tap in.
Tap in. You
Tap
are now tuned in to another episode of the old versus new. No, stop.
You see what it is,
Come
man.
on, mate.
Come on, man.
You looking good and all that, but come on, man.
You see what it is, man.
Old versus new podcast,
Yeah.
episode 2.
Episode 2, man.
Today we're going into CI's, confidential informants, GAs, government assistant, other known as snitches,
man.
rats,
Snitches, man.
tattletales, you understand?
Yeah, we're going to tap into that.
We're going to tap in today.
For real, man.
So today, we tapping in on that. So with what's going on right now with the whole 6ix9ine situation is what really made this subject come to forefront, you know what I'm saying? So I know a lot of people's watching and seeing what's going on with 6ix9ine in the news and all throughout the whole social media outlets and everything. It's bad right now.
It's real bad, man. Bad time, man.
It's very, very
in
bad
this
times.
New day and age.
That's true. That's one thing I ain't gonna. That's one thing I can't take away from you on that, because this is a new day and age where they telling on everyone and everything.
It's like they got their own new culture, man.
Mm-hmm.
They got their own new culture.
I couldn't tell you. I don't know. I might be the new one, you know what I mean? But I ain't on that.
We're going to touch, man. We're going to stay. Y'all stay tuned with us today, man.
Yeah.
Old versus new, because we're going to touch bases on all this old disloyal shit, man. All these different cultures and the new cultures they trying to bring in and implement. We don't have that in our society, man, and our culture, man. It's not right. So we're going to come from a different perspective, man. Me and my homie Ching, man. This old dude right here, and we're gonna get it in, man. So that's the topic of discussion today, like he said. CIs, GAs, and snitch bitches, man.
Yeah.
For real.
I ain't never stayed home, I was always on the go. Used to pass by them niggas that was fucking with them hoes. When he calling me a homie, we ain't never been broke. On a mission to get it and complete them goals. I'm on the road, my nigga.
Alright, so OG, let's be honest though, with the CIs, government assistance, and the snitches and all that.
Yeah.
That's been going on since the beginning of time.
Yeah, beginning of time. Yeah.
Because we got snitches from that. They made a movie about the Paid in Full movie about homeboy who snitched.
Yeah. Alpo. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How was it when people snitched back in the days? Because you gotta remember, there was no social media outlets.
No social media outlets. You didn't have a platform to know if somebody was directly doing whatever, especially if there was a government assistant working for these people.
Mm-hmm.
So the difference of back then to now is we're gonna get this out the way. It's always been snitches. You always had that one disloyal person, that one selfish person,
always,
that was in the game who thought for themselves. That goes back to the gangster eras, to Uncle Felix. That goes back to everybody on that indictment, to Nicky Barnes and Snitch Ass and all the rest of these dudes.
Yeah.
Even in the mafia, like Costa Nostra.
Yes. Even in the mafias, they were switched.
Organized family, an organized crime family, and they leaked. So the whole thing about it is, back then, snitches was really when you was a snitch, it was kind of like, it wasn't like today. Snitches was really dealt with. When they found out, when everybody found out that you was no good, you was disloyal, you was a snitch, you was a CI, you was a GA, you was working with the peoples, you was dealt with. From the Costa Nostra to our culture.
That's what I'm saying, because back in the days, even like about 20 years ago, 15 years ago, like families couldn't live in that neighborhood no more.
No.
Like everybody had to move and get away from that.
You had to.
They had to, right?
Like I always say, man, especially where I'm from, man, in California, man, use food for the fishes, man. Ain't too many snitches, man, came out of there healthy. Because if we knew, they was on you. They was on you, man. If you was, it wasn't, like I said, wasn't many, but those of them that were disloyal, they got some pressure put on them and their families. Nobody was protected because they was open game. Again, like I always say, it was food for the fishes, man.
Right.
We didn't believe in that shit.
But I'm saying, though, because now, that's why I hate about the new age, because of social media. We got all these bloggers, and they giving out a lot of false information. And this is one I wanted to bring up to you early right now, because Snoop Dogg.
Oh, Snoop, yeah.
Yeah, because they trying to pinpoint something on him, and they try to show this little paperwork on the internet and all that, and it's just crazy. I don't see Snoop as a snitch. I don't know him personally, but you dealt with him on a, come on.
Peep game, man. With Snoop, there's nothing that they will find that I've been made to see on paper. He didn't tell on his case. He didn't tell on anybody else's trial, such and such. So whatever paperwork they're getting, Snoop is not a confidential informant. He's not a government assistant. Never worked with the government. You know what I'm saying? He had his case. He did his thing. You know what I'm saying? They can't hate him for what he contributed to hip-hop, to our culture, to everything else. Now, whatever they find in, they talk about they find in paperwork to where he said.
Yeah, what
he's a figure.
Yeah.
Anything that he says is going to be made to be put on record. If he says something about Suge or something about somebody else, it's going to be made for them to put on record because they're trying to taint his image.
That's true.
In any point, form, or fashion. But nigga, where's the paperwork? Show me the 5K 1.1 motion. Show me the downward departure for giving testimony. You can't find that on Snoop. And you can't find that in a lot of people. People don't understand in this particular culture, this game we got, that's the way that we, federal convicts, you know, ex-federal convicts, we know what to look for and how to look for.
On
like
the
these on the paperwork. We know what to do. We know how to go through that judgment and commitment. Bang! Go to the back and see exactly what happened. We can skip all the PSI, this, that, and other, and all the fake shit there. Give me that judgment and commitment. Let me look at the back. Let me see where your guideline was, your statute was. Let me see how many points you had. Let me see if you got accepted the responsibility for taking your own. And let me see that 5K 1.1 motion or that 39B motion.
Exactly. See,
you
now,
feel me?
See, now going into that, you know what I mean? A lot of people don't know who you really are.
Yeah.
They know California Love. They know Old Boy, 6ix9ine, but you being the man that you was back in the days, the kingpin yourself, and getting caught up in the situation, getting told on, having two co-Ds with you, neither one of them told.
None of us.
You know what I'm saying?
And
I've met the guys.
None of us.
So they sturdy to me in my eyes, and I know that.
We stood up, man. We did our time. Respectfully done.
So how was it when you got snitched on? What happened in your case? And because before we get into 6ix9ine and all that other new stuff, we get into the old. We gotta break this thing down.
Man, the old is me, man. I've been in this game, man, since I was young, man. And what I didn't get caught up on was back home in California, and what I did get caught up on over on the East Coast in Connecticut with my crew, Major League Players, Boss Life, it was 3 of us as co-defendants, and the title was nailed. You feel me? I mean, they caught us up, and then
That was the title,
nailed. Yeah. And it was my own fault. I fought myself for years for implementing my partners, my 2 co-defendants in this, because it was the one of my peoples that did this to me. You feel me?
It was one of your people?
Yeah, it was a little snitch dude, man, down there in Connecticut, that went to these people, got caught up and started working with these people, and he started throwing the names. And whereas they couldn't put my name with the face, they was finally able to do it with me. And then both my co-defendants, they pulled us in on a conspiracy. You know, conspiracy drug charges. And like I said, man, you heard what my people said, and what anybody ever said about me. I went in, man. I don't talk to police. Rules of the game, man. When you get caught up, you don't say nothing.
Yeah, you don't say
I
nothing.
might disrespect them police and take my lumps, but rules of the game, it's nothing to be said. Because they give you your Miranda. You dumbass, whatever you say can, and will be used
against you.
So what motherfucker that's from the game would not be made to understand that? So me, I never said nothing unless I was, clowning with them and cursing them out, which I was doing. And my other 2, you know what I'm saying, they wanted me to give up my partner so bad, and this, that, and the other, and he has this, and you guys have been doing this, and I was like, yeah, okay, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? We laid down. I took my 10 straight. Miz took his 12 because he had a prior state conviction. Mo took his 14 as he did 12 before he got up on the crack laws. So my crew, like I said, it was never a thought in my mind because I'm a real nigga like that. Always been. Anybody knows California Love, Young Vance, they know, like, man, stand up.
Yeah, stand up.
You know, they can anticipate what I would do and what I wouldn't do. I'm predictable like that when it comes to shit like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They didn't pull me in on a couple of other things, like just messing with me, like, yeah, do you know so-and-so, so-and-so? Yeah, I know him. And then that's it. That's where it stops. Right? These bitch-made niggas these days that's offering information, you know what I'm saying, that's not sitting respectable amongst their own. You got people with families. You know what you're getting into.
Exactly.
From day one.
You automatically know
what you're getting into.
Yep.
So why would you bring the next man down on your own mishap? Take yours. And if you're not made to take yours, get yours. And that's how we do.
So the guy who snitched on y'all and told on y'all, he wasn't able to walk around in the streets.
Oh, no. He's still in hiding, man.
He had to be in hiding, right?
Yeah.
That's the thing with the old and versus the new. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And one thing you taught me and learning from you as, as us being around each other a lot, you told me this there's certain things your name should never come up in.
Oh man, that's my motto, man.
That's your motto.
That's my motto, man.
Let them know.
Things,
Let them
certain
know.
things, the whole thing. What I tell my little partner and my homies, man. Certain things, your name is not supposed to ever come up in. Affiliated, anything, certain things, quote unquote, your name is not supposed to come up in. You'll never get my name to come up on any broke shit, any snitch shit, any of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Certain things, again, unpredictable. Those who know me know I stand firm, I stand real, 100.
That's true.
You know, you can't say that about a lot of these dudes.
Yeah, that's so true.
You can't say that about a lot of these dudes. And then look, peep game with this. These dudes are more fortunate than us because they're in a legitimate industry. They in the music industry, entertainment industry. But like I told people years ago, them same dudes, them same cats, they want to be us so bad. You know, even though I'm out the game, you know what I'm saying? I'm on the other side of the game, legit part.
Yeah,
and
legit.
It took me long. I mean, when I was in the game, you had all these people, like, you know, people try to say about Kobe and Shaq, about doing, oh, he's snitching on Shaq, this, that, and other. Kobe knew nothing other than playing basketball. Shaq knew nothing other than playing basketball.
Exactly.
So they weren't in our culture to understand
Ain't no snitching.
what dry snitching was, what talent such and such. They are the greats and they are the best at what they do because they stay doing that 24/7.
24/7.
Just like we're the greats at doing what we do in the game, in that culture.
That's right. Exactly.
So they don't understand the game. And that's why our viewers need to know that point.
That's
if
true.
you're not in that particular game, how would you know? How would you know the principles?
You
and
can't be
values of
considered.
it?
You can't even be considered that. You
Exactly.
can't even be considered a
Exactly.
snitch or anything if you're not in that game or in that aspect of that lifestyle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. That's how it goes. Pinpoint exact. But if you're in that game, you know the principles and the rules to that game.
Yep.
You feel me? You know it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? They gotta respect that chop, man.
They
People
gotta
gotta
respect
that
it.
chop, man.
They gotta respect it.
And a lot of these dudes, like I said, the entertainers and all that, man, Seven, man, these niggas, man, oh my goodness, man. You know, oh my goodness, man. I mean, you want to put that out there about the little homie Snoop, but you're not looking at all the rest of these people.
A lot of them.
You know what I'm saying? You're not looking at these people that go in there, and I'm gonna put it on the record. You're not looking at these niggas that go in for a year and a day because you're an entertainer, but you got caught with assault rifles with silencers
And all
and
that.
everything.
Yep.
Man, the federal guideline book is like this. When you turn to the back and you go like this, there's a sentencing guideline table right there that all the feds go by. And if you've had prior history, you move from this category to this category. And if you
The
had
point
a gun,
system.
you
Tell
know,
them
it's
about
a
the point system.
It's
In the
a point
feds.
system. Right there at the back of that book. You feel me? It's right there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what you're getting, the estimated amount of time you're getting.
Mm-hmm.
Now that day you get sentenced, when they throw them numbers at you, you might get a little brainwashed like I did. Like, how much time is that? You know, I'm shaking my head. How much time is that, goddamn? What this judge talking
How much
about?
they give you?
No,
How much they give you?
135 months. What is that? You know? And I'm a
130.
mathematician. But I ain't know what that was that day. You feel me? So, you know, you go through things like that. But in the back of that book, man, you have that guideline. So everybody that goes to the feds, they know you got a general idea or concept of what you might be getting. You know, from the mandatory minimum to whatever. You feel me? You got it right there.
Yeah.
So you know what's happening, man.
You know what's happening.
And I'm come from a different cloth, man. I come from real G's, man. And my family, man, somebody I looked up to since I was a kid, just came home after doing 28. You know, he was one of the first people, man. Shout out to Lil D, man. Lil Daryl, man. Daryl Reed, man. You know, Lil partner, man.
Definitely. That's a blessing.
You know, 6ix9ine mob is the mentality, man. I mean, for him to come home after doing that, respectfully committed to doing 28 years, and Obama freedom when he had 35 to go.
Obama
freedom?
freedom?
Obama freedom, getting that clemency, man. And he was made to, you know, get out and come home after doing all that hard time, bro. Respectfully done. I don't know too many people who have done or can do 28 years.
You ain't lying. You ain't lying.
So shout out to Lil Partner, man.
Definitely
I love you,
shout out
man.
to
You
Lil
home,
Partner.
man. You doing your thing, and he's giving back to the community, man. He's giving a piece of him, a piece of what he went through, a piece of what he started and kept his movement, stop and go, and all the stuff that he implemented to the kids. He giving back an identity of not
That's
who
dope.
he was.
Yeah, that's dope. Who
You
he
know,
is now.
Who he is.
Yeah, who he
Same
is.
thing that I do with my youth, my programs.
yes, you do.
Not who I was.
Yeah, who you
Who
are.
I am.
Yeah,
Don't
right
come in
now.
there saying, "Oh, gee, yo, Young Vans, California
Yeah,
Love."
no,
You see what my kids come in, they say, "Coach
Cali." That's a factory.
You know?
That's a factory, and they love you to death for that.
Yeah.
Now let's get into the 6ix9ine situation.
6ix9ine. He
6ix9ine.
got the nerve to have
Snitch9ine.
Yeah, call that nigga
We got, we
Snitch9ine.
gonna
He
call-
can't
you
be
know,
nothing associated with 6ix9ine.
At all. Snitch9ine, basically, because, you know, but the thing is, a lot of people knew he wasn't built for that.
Exactly.
And they bring him around him,
Exactly.
doing a lot of dirty work around him.
Exactly.
So what they expect was going to happen, though?
Man, you know what? It's in you. In this game that we in, it's in you to perceive, to be a good judge of character. When you see certain niggas, man, it's in you. If I would have seen that nigga anywhere and interacted with him, I would have been able to put pinpoint right there and be like, oh, okay.
Yeah, you can't come around me.
You a what?
What?
Okay, where you from? Oh, nah, partner. You know, you don't jump off. When I seen his music and everything, I'm listening to him and what he was claiming and everything. Okay, I respect the G, I respect the gangster, I respect, you know, the affiliation, but he was causing too much turmoil. You know, I'm from California, born and raised. He was causing too much turmoil and trying to do this, that, and other. He was trying, he wanted attention. Too much attention.
Too much.
And I knew with dudes like that, you know when that pressure come, they gonna fold.
They gonna fold.
I seen the best of them fold. So a little nigga like that, you know what I'm saying? That's just now getting money. That's just now living the lifestyle. That's just now
really living the lifestyle.
Yeah.
Because he was on the stand talking about he used to work. He used to work at 9 to 5 at Subway, wherever he worked at. Yeah. He never worked in the streets. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He was never somebody who worked in the streets. And that's the crazy part.
He should have stayed at Subway.
Yeah.
And now he food for the fishes.
Yeah, he food for the fishes.
And he killing people. Man, I mean, it's just sad to see these cats these days, man. To see their selfishness, man. They, you know how they disloyal. How you gonna sit there? You know what I'm saying? And go, man. When I was in the belly of the beast, and you see these cats, I was one person who would smash them dudes and tell them dudes, you can't be around me. If your name was just associated in it, I drew back. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? A couple people in my lifetime, I've had this fall back on, man, and be like, nah, I can't. You know, they don't jump off like that.
Yeah, you can't come around.
I'm cool on you, partner.
Cool, very cool on you.
Yeah, man. That snitch shit, man, that goes deep with me, man. I do not associate with no snitch, no niggas. No. And if I don't know, and somebody happens to tell me or put a bug in my ear, like one of our situations, one of my people put a bug in my ear, I still.
About somebody who was around, and you said,
I still straighten and say, well, look,
I need to see some
I need something tangible. Because you can't just give somebody a label like that, because that's a hell of a label to have.
That's a label to have.
You can't just stamp somebody with that.
And that label's a lifetime label.
Yeah, without nothing concentrated, it's bad. You get labeled as a motherfucking rat. And, you know, your whole thing, your whole lifestyle, your whole family, anything you love can be in jeopardy. And that's the difference from old versus new. Back then, you got some people, man, that really put some work in on it. You got people who live to put work in on snitches.
Yep. And that's the truth. And now look at with the whole 6ix9ine situation, there's other people getting brought up into the case now. Yeah. They got something with Jim Jones and...
Is that right?
Yeah.
See, I really don't follow.
I'm just following. I'm
just snitch nigga.
I don't like to... I just like... I'm seeing like it's popping up on my YouTube and the bloggers and the people that...
They eating it up.
They eating it up. And I don't know, like... Jim Jones always seemed sturdy to me, and I never met him. I never, you know what I'm saying, dealt with him. So
Jim Jones messes with a lot of people in the town. He messes with a lot of my circle in the town, and I've never heard nothing bad about him. You feel me? I've never dealt with him, but I've never heard nothing bad about him.
But they was saying he caught a case earlier this year or something, and he didn't do no time on that case, and it was kind of like a big case. Yeah. We got caught with some guns and some drugs, and you know.
Well, then guess what? He has the paperwork. The motion for discovery, which is another thing that anybody gets when they get into a situation. Your lawyer has to get that motion for discovery because you want to see what the government has on it. Yeah. Everybody wants to. I mean, it's imperative that you get that. So people like Jim Jones and everybody with anything going on outside obstruction of the law, you're gonna have that motion for discovery. You know what you're up against. Niggas don't can't say they don't know. I don't know what they got me here for. Yeah, you know.
No,
you know,
you definitely know.
You see the situation with one of my little partners that we used to associate with. He's up here now. I mean, he already got some time, right? Already got some time. He's supposed to be sentenced, doing what he's doing wherever he's doing. And on that, he took some niggas down. That's why we don't fuck with him. Yep. But now he's back up here. Yep. In the state. What would you come from your designated spot back to the state for? Well, I know. But the world might not know.
The world might not know.
You know, partner, you didn't put that work in. Again. You didn't have a profit session. Now you're sitting in a state holdover facility so they can have accessibility for you to go back and forth to court. You know, and man.
That's the thing. That's why us young new folks, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna call them new, you know what I'm saying?
Call them new, man.
Because
they ain't old school like us.
Because y'all gotta understand, listen to the older folks like you with your own situation. With the younger folks, you know what I'm saying, with the new folks, you letting them know like, man, this person ain't good, man. Yeah. And you know, they bringing them down by the dozens.
Bring them down, man.
By the dozens.
And them guidelines, them sentencing guidelines, them numbers, them biblical numbers, what they giving out today, man, I'm trying to tell you, they giving out biblical time, man. Yeah, for things that dudes don't even understand. You know, that's another thing that we're going to talk about, old and new. That's what we're going to talk about on our upcoming date, October 16th,
Yep.
where we're giving a presentation about the laws, about the bias laws, about the conspiracy laws, about, you know, how they, the 2.5 incarcerated Black and Latino men versus everything else. We're going to talk about every aspect of that, but you can't utilize that as an excuse. Again, we know what we were doing. We know what we were into.
Everybody
so when it goes down, nigga, play the course.
Play the course.
You know, the script is written. Play the course.
Play the course. That's it. Play the course.
Know, I was in there, man. I mean, you know, I did my thing, and people always ask, man, all that time you did that time straight was it hard? You motherfucking right, it was hard. Niggas eyes to the ceiling all night long. You think? We made the best of it. The real niggas in there. We made the best of it. We made sure, and I can honestly say, it's the thing that made me the man I am today. And I can honestly say some of them times from within were the best times of my life because it was real bonding, real respect. And when you're respected of being a real good G, a real good dude, you know, you command that respect.
Yeah.
I mean, dudes used to come to the compound, yo, Kali on this compound?
Yeah.
Where he at? I need to see him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, who? I don't know him.
Yeah.
But he know you.
Yeah.
Right? He came from somebody else. They sent him to you. And I was like, oh, okay, what's up? How you doing? You got that paperwork?
Yeah, you got that paperwork. That's the first thing.
You know, you got that paperwork?
My man went into the feds. He was in there, man. He was like begging us, man. Go call his lawyer. Go find his lawyer and send that paperwork over there because
you gotta have it, man.
It's check-in time. You gotta check in.
I'm gonna tell you a story, man, for the viewers. It's a good story too. I was in the Bing one time. I had a certain table that I would sit at with all my peoples, everybody from California, and I had an 014 number. So my partners from Connecticut, Federal, we was all in a certain spot. You can come to my table. Because I had to hook up, man, they bring extra food and this, that, and other, whatever. So we all sit there, we dine together whenever I would go. So Bus must have came in. I go in there, you know, I get out of there, there's a little cat sitting at my table, he 10, motherfucking chicken up. You know, so, you know, I said, what's up, partner? And he's like, hey, oh yeah, what's up? You just coming in? You know, he had the little jumpsuit on, he ain't went and got his clothes yet. I said, yeah. I said, well, where you from? He said, oh, I'm from B-More, yo. I said, oh, okay. Be more, huh? Be more careful? He said, yeah. I said, okay, we'll take some chicken. Because the Be More dude sit over there.
Yeah.
And then he just looked up and I was like, yo, Warren! Big Warren, my partner Warren Black from West Baltimore, man. Another one of my cats, man. Great dude. Shout out to all the Be More Careful, man. Be More is real.
Real,
man.
official guys.
You know, shout out to them. Warren, you got one coming?
Yeah.
He said, oh, okay, Kali. Right to that table. You know, it's segregated.
Segregated.
Like that. And the very first thing that they did was, okay, partner, you know what they requested?
Yeah.
You got the
Paperwork. You gotta have the paperwork.
Yeah, you gotta have that paperwork, man. You know, you want to be made to show your credentials, man. That's your credentials.
Yeah.
I mean, it goes by word of mouth. Niggas know. In the Bing, people know they take, you know, we're missing the streets. So people go to the streets, ear to the streets.
Ear to the streets.
And they hearing everything.
You know that's one thing
You know
they listening to.
Oh,
they listening to that.
So they telling you who's coming, when they're coming, how much weight they got caught with, what they did, how official they are. I mean, and I've been amongst some real official people in the streets, out the streets, in the Bing, out the Bing. You know. And shout out to everybody, man, that's in the belly of the beast, man. You know how I say California
Definitely
love, I got you, man.
Everybody.
You know, everybody, man.
Everybody.
Back home, California, on this side, everybody in the feds. As always, man, two of my closest kin do. Allah, you know I got you, man. I love you. Big Lou and all the rest of the fallen soldiers are sitting there, man. Look, my little brother, man. Everybody, man. You already know, man. Chrissy.
Definitely one love
Christina,
to everybody, man.
You know, got you. One love, man. But, man, the snitches, man, the disloyalty, man. You ever had somebody that you just felt talk too much? And you knew.
What?
You knew that if anything was to ever go down, your mind, your subconscious mind is like,
telling.
oh yeah, I can't tell him nothing. You know, we can't talk to partner about this, that, and other. The instinct is already there. It's already channeled through your veins.
That's a fact.
So you know what you can and can't do with it. You know.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a big fact.
And a lot of people take pride in that shit, man, because a nigga had a little money, man, and you know, I don't like to speak on too many people, but I know a lot of people know me. And in the circles that I've been in, they will tell you. And I've seen some hellified shit go down with some real major players. You know, I've seen some major shit go down with some real major players, man. You know, from east to west, from down south, I've seen some real stand-up niggas get in there, man. I had a dude tell me, man, Kali, I just started going to the freak nigga. I just started having fun. I can't do no more time. I did 5. And then he was telling me this. Right there in Rhode Island, he was telling me. And I'm like, yeah, but...
In Hawaii.
In Hawaii. You know what I'm saying? He was from Interville, from up your way, Dorchester. And they had just got indicted, and they all came in. Big Sam, all of them, man. Chuck, all of them. But the little youngster, whose name I'm not going to put out there, I mean, he was telling me, because he was in my room. I'm going through his paper, I'm seeing him, and he was cool then, but he's telling me what he's not going to do. And he can't do. And he just started doing this, that, and other. He's like, man, I don't know. You know, so I pushed the button. You know, sales come to the speaker. Yeah, come to my room. And they come up there, you know. Yeah, Kali, what's happening? Get this nigga out of my room.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
What happened? He told?
Yeah, damn right he told.
He went
Damn right that nigga told.
That 5th year was his last year.
Man.
That's crazy.
It's just like, it's the selfishness, man. Them niggas, man, like I said, I'm cut from a different cloth, man.
This is why I'm with the old era on this one, okay?
Yeah, come with the old, come on with the old, because that new wave,
yeah, that new wave,
man, that new wave, they had the
spooky.
Microphone for real.
Yeah, it's spooky.
They had the microphone getting major money,
all these
getting
cameras
money,
everywhere
then they go to
too.
the,
You got just cameras everywhere, and dudes know what they doing, man.
Snitches, man. Snitches get stitches, man. It's supposed to be, man.
That's what it's supposed to be.
Rules of the game, man.
That's what it's supposed to be.
Can't do it, man. I could never in my life, you know what I'm saying, do that to somebody, man. Not my worst enemy. I had some of my enemies go to jail from the town. We done met in prison. You know what I'm saying? The ops people. You know what happened? There was a man, how you doing? How's your family? My family's good, this, that, and other. You alright? You need something? He goes some shower shoes, he go this, that, and other. Alright, man, if you need anything else, let me know. And we out there banging. We out there, we were at each other. You know? So, I mean, if you could do something like that, you know what I'm saying? I would never wish that on my worst enemy.
At all.
You would never wish that on my worst enemy.
That's the truth, at all.
Yeah, and that's why with our series with Bishop and the Juice Tree, you see what we try to give them something to identify with, loyalty. And through the loyalty, things happen, but we tried to fashion them with loyalty. And respect and a crew. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't no telling with our shit.
Yeah, at all.
Truth be told, I don't even like writing about that shit.
I know you don't.
We have to.
Yeah, I did a movie.
Can't even watch the movie.
I did a movie telling. Oh, she's like, man. I watched like 5 minutes of that movie out of town.
I can't do it.
I couldn't watch it no more, Ching, man. It was quiet. It was quiet.
I'm set in my ways. I'm sorry. I couldn't watch The Rock do the movie Snitch.
She said, it's done. It's done. It's done and over with. I'm not watching no more.
Paid in full. Paid in full only because I knew the story and I knew some of the people in that era.
Yeah.
And I knew my homeboy KC, man. Shout out to Kevin Childs and my boy Jazz, who told me the insides of that, because I was in the era when I was in New York. And they was directly affected by a lot of that mess, especially my man KC.
Yeah, KC was.
You know, Don Diva Magazine, Tiffany and KC, my family, my man Jazz.
Yes,
Trust the magazine that I was in.
Yep.
And those are some great friends of mine, man. I mean, they support me even when I was in, when they were out.
Yeah. You
know, so I love people like that. But they had a hell of a story, and I knew the whole story behind that. Because when we used to party in New York, you see them same cats. You saw Alpo. You heard that he was coming up the street on that motorcycle. You know, he was always in the Apollo on amateur night on a Wednesday night, I think it used to be, slapping the shit out of somebody. You know, just always just attention and
same way in the movie.
Rah-rah with him.
Same way in the movie.
Man, Cam played the shit out of that part.
Yeah, Cam played there. Yeah.
And, you know, shout out to Cameron. He played exactly how people was. We'd be at Willie Burgers, same spot that they had in the movie. We'd be at Willie Burgers on 145th. Me and my crew getting our, you know, our 2 cheeseburgers and our half and half, and everybody had their rides out there getting polished up. Gas station down the street, and he was just. You could see AZ. You could see Rich Porter, Rich Porter's sister. You could see my man, my tall partner, my Jamaican partner Lee. Everybody just frequented, you know, just different spots, and everybody, man, seen back then like it was just 100. But the surprise of it all was all of that, all of this snitch shit from a lot of these cats, man.
A lot of telling, man. That's why I said that joint been since the beginning of its time, man.
You gotta hold on, man. You gotta hold on, man. Like I said, you know what you're up against. You know what you're getting into, man.
You know exactly what you're getting into.
Yeah, man.
But we appreciate y'all for watching this happening. But you know we got a little something going on at the end of the segment.
Oh, yeah.
First, you gotta make sure y'all stay loyal. Stay loyal to y'all peoples.
Yeah.
And if you in the streets, stay in the streets. Don't try to play the sidewalk when it comes time for that pressure.
Stay devoted, man.
Okay?
Yeah, step your game up. Stay devoted,
Stay devoted. That's all, you know. But right now, we got this little game, you know, at the end. Go ahead, OG. Explain it to him, man.
You know,
Come on.
At the end of every segment, old versus new. You know what I'm saying? Old versus new. At the end of every segment, we got something that we do, whereas the new school youngster will bring something to the table, and then our counter respond with something from the old school. So we compare, contrast, compare.
Yeah.
And this is what we're going to do every time in the segment, man, as the segment keeps getting better and better. And we appreciate y'all for tapping in and tuning in each and every time, especially on a topic like this, because Every one of you guys has somebody in your family or in your circle that was directly impacted by a selfish, disloyal motherfucker.
That's a factory.
All right?
That's the
Think
truth.
about that. Deprived of being with their families, deprived of being who they are, deprived of everything. So many people in that system have had their whole lives taken away. Not only the guidelines and the structure of how these laws are set and how these laws are biased, just on other people implementing them alone. Come on, man.
Taking
Don't
away
get
from
out like
kids,
that,
you know
partner.
what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
we're gonna start that new little game, okay?
You want to start it off?
Yeah, I'm gonna start it off. Let me start it off. Let me do my thing. You know what I mean?
You new cat.
We're gonna go with PS4.
Ooh, we're going to go with Atari 2600.
Oh man, what
You
about
don't even know
Xbox
that.
One? Xbox One. I know about Atari.
Xbox One. ColecoVision.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
True Religion jeans.
501s.
Robin jeans.
Levi's. Painter pants.
Okay.
Painter pants.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kim Kardashian. Come on. Alright, I'm gonna switch it. Alright.
Brown
Baby,
tan.
I love you. And I don't want you to go nowhere. Let's work this out.
Oh, child support. Yeah. Child support. Direct.
That's definitely
Directly
child
child support. Support enforcement.
For real. LeBron James, baby.
Oh, man. Black Mamba.
Oh my God.
Black Mamba.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Patrick Holmes. What's his name?
Mahomes?
Yeah, Mahomes.
Kansas City?
Yeah,
Knew?
KC. Yeah. He knew, baby.
Okay.
My boy knew.
As much as I hate to say it, Tom Brady.
You got no choice.
Got no
You
choice.
can't bring up no Raiders quarterback, so chill out.
I want to bring Kenny Stabler, which is
No,
my
no,
favorite.
no.
but
We're not doing all that.
you did
Come
Patrick
on.
Mahomes,
Yeah,
man,
I had to
so-
do my boy Patrick Mahomes.
I got to keep it 100. Man. I got to keep it 100. Got to give him the old school goat.
Blu-ray DVDs.
Ooh, man. VHS.
Oh my gosh. Oh man.
VHS.
4K TVs.
4K TV. Now, see that right there? I can't even say, man, they didn't have 1080.
No.
I don't know what, I don't even know what
What
they didn't have
quality that
240
was?
hertz. I don't know what we was looking at. The old cable box. I don't know what, man. The old cable box you had to say, man. I think the dimensions, you got me at a standstill on that one. Your new school got me on that one.
That's how we gonna end.
Y'all can help me out on that one, man.
That's how we gonna end this game off.
That's how we gonna end it,
We
man.
appreciate y'all for tapping in on the old,
Yeah, you know what it is,
the
man.
old
The new.
versus new. See, he
Old,
lucky. He lucky.
old,
I didn't go
new.
in on him today.
You know.
I didn't go in on him today. Next time I'm gonna go in on him.
Yeah, next
Looking
time,
like Mr.
man.
Commodore, okay?
Yeah, Mr. Kali. See, I got him, man. I got
Looking
him.
like Mr. Commodore.
Yo, we doing it, man.
Yo, we appreciate y'all for tapping in on the old versus
Tap
new.
in, man.
Yeah,
Old boy Section Strange,
Strange.
sectionstrange.com.
That's a fact.
Ching America
Fact of
Films, man. You
know
know
it.
how we do. Check out all the primitive work and primitive projects that we got coming to make a lasting impression in your neck of the woods, man. Holla at us, man. Old versus new. Loyalty, disloyalty, confidential informants, government assistance, you motherfucking snitches.
Snitches.
Stay 100.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
I ain't never stayed home, I was always on the go. Used to pass by them niggas that was fucking with them hoes. Don't be calling me a homie, we ain't never been bro. On a mission to get it and complete them goals. I'm on the road, my